Norm Macdonald.
Oh, hey, Chris. What's up?
Dude, I love your show on Netflix. It's so awesome to see you on there and interviewing like all these people and stuff. It's so laid back. It's great.
Yeah, it's fun because I'm getting to interview whoever I want,
Yep.
although that list is running short.
You were always great on Letterman. Did you ever do like Carson?
The first time I ever did the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson with guest host Jay Leno, which wasn't as good as the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. But the guy told me, he said, "You're not a Johnny comic, you're more of a Jay comic." I'm like, really? Oh, that sucks. But anyways, Barry Manilow was the other guest, right? So he has these people that follow him around everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
It's all these old ladies and stuff. So the entire crowd was filled with Barry Manilow fans. It was the first time ever doing the show. So right before we were about to go on, Doc Severinsen, the band leader, right?
Yep.
He goes out and he goes, folks, after the break, we'll come back with a comic. It's Barry Manilow's favorite comic. Like he was so nice. And so then I walk out and the crowd like applauds for like a minute.
Wow.
Like it didn't even make any sense. And then they just laugh wherever they feel they should. You know, sometimes it was halfway through a joke. And that was Barry Manilow's favorite comic.
So when you get a call like the Tonight Show saying we want you on there and you're all excited, then they go, it's the night that Jay Leno's hosting. You were bummed out?
Oh yeah, it was this guy. His name was Jim McCauley, and he booked the Tonight Show. So I got to L.A., I was like, I'm going to be the last guy, you know, the last comic that he anoints, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like doing spots every night, and then saw me after the show, and he goes, well, you're more of a Jay comic. And I'm like, well, what is that? What does it mean? And what does that mean, you know? He's like, you know, Jay's taking over. I'm like, no, I know, but I'm like, it'd be cool with Johnny. And he's like, well, if Jay, if you do good with Jay, Johnny will watch, as if Johnny's going to watch, you know, on his day off, like the guy he hates, you know.
Right.
So it was depressing to get the Tonight Show with guest host Jay Leno.
Yeah, I watch, like a Seinfeld show and stuff, and him and like Gary Shandling really get excited about the whole thing about being on Carson, and I guess I understand that whole thing because like for me to go on to go on Stern, they equate it to that as far as radio. Yeah, but
I mean that's the closest I've ever been actually. Well, Letterman or Stern.
Right.
No, I've heard you on Stern. It's great.
Yeah, it's fun. It's great going on there.
You always phone him about something, and he's like, "I hear you're getting fired again."
Yeah. That's awesome that he's heard that.
Well, yeah, I mean that's. I think that's the only reason why a lot of these comics will do our shows because they heard me getting fired on Stern.
No, he is the coolest.
Are you going to do another special?
Yeah, I'm going to do another kind of a different type of special.
What do you mean?
But, well, I haven't quite figured it out yet, but when I do, you'll be the first to know.
Good.
If Norm was going to build his super team of like a comedy tour, who would it be? Who would you have on that tour with you?
I picked Brian Regan.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there'd be three. So it'd be Brian Regan, me, and Chris Bosch.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. No, he's more of just his face.
Yeah, he looks like a Simpson. Right?
Looks like a velociraptor.
Yeah, he does.
A raptor.
He does.
You know what is funny is the other night I was watching when you had Bob Saget on your show, and I videotaped it with my phone.
He sent it to all of us.
Yeah, I sent it to all my friends about the part where you guys were doing the joke thing, and you see, whenever you start talking about black weed, Saget gets so uncomfortable. Hilarious.
Saget is funny. If you hang out with Saget, he's so famous because he had those two shows that were so gigantic,
Yep.
you know?
Yeah.
So anyways, everyone recognizes him everywhere he goes.
Everywhere.
All they ever say is, you're Bob Saget. And then he goes, thank you.
Would you have taken those gigs, Norm?
Oh, no, I would not, no. I've done stupid non-accepting things before. Like one time I didn't accept this thing, because I don't know how anything works, and then it was a cartoon, and then it became a really popular cartoon, and then later my manager said, oh, you would have made huge money off that. I'm like, oh, you should have told me. I thought a cartoon was just made no money, you know. But
Norm Macdonald's the greatest, dude. Thanks for coming on again. You're always awesome.
Thanks, man. Peace.
Hey, this occurred to me today. ID, which I had to show it again. There's a strange abbreviation when you think about it. I is short for I. And then D is short for dentification. They could have split that one up a little better, you know? But I watch the TV, I watch the news, make you afraid, the news, you know? Put all these stories on, Iraq, Iran, North Korea, you know, try to scare you, you know? But does it ever really scare you? Like, you ever wake up in the middle of the night, North Korea! That little tiny country across the ocean. I wonder if they'll get me. Plus, didn't MASH settle that like 20 years ago?
That's the great Norm-Macdonald here on the Kid Chris Show.
Well, a study this week reports seafood is good for you unless it's fried. Yet another groundbreaking story from the pages of the medical journal, Duh. A new study says that people who quit smoking have healthier lungs. Yet another groundbreaking story from the pages of the medical journal, Duh. A person who suffers 2 sharp, powerful blows to the head within a short period of time can suffer brain damage or even die. This, according to a new study in the medical journal, Duh.
Ow, my leg!
You alright? What the fuck, man?
The snake's out. The snake, Michelle, come get the snake.
The snake bit me. My calf is all purple, and I have 2 red puncture marks on it.
Yeah, it's probably from where the snake bit you.
That's probably from where the snake bit me?
Yeah.
Duh. Duh. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
You remember earlier when you said that's probably from where the snake bit me? Duh.
It's not helping. It's important, it says here, it's important to remain calm and you need to get your heart rate down. Let's check your pulse.
So you're telling me that I have 9 minutes to live because snake venom is coursing through my heart. And at the same time, you're telling me this would be a good time to remain calm.
Yeah.
Duh. Is there any cure for this?
I gotta suck out the venom.
Okay, let's do it. Fucking suck that venom. Yeah, you fucking suck that fucking venom. Yeah, you want to spit it out? You got a fucking mouth load. Ah, fucking shoot it out of your face, you fucking cunt. You fucking whore. Ah!
Oh, thanks, dude. I didn't get any of that in my mouth.
Yeah, no problem, man. We'll be back with Simon Helber. You fucking sit down. Some gold-plated chains would make a nice retirement gift for a very, very good slave. Well,
Are you serious?
Well, this was written.
Are you serious?
This was written years ago.
Did you just write that?
I didn't write it.
Did you just say that?
No, I read it. Yes.
You read that?
It was written,
Oh
obviously.
my God Almighty! I'm not part of this.
No, it was written
No,
before.
I'm not part of this. No, you can't read that.
Well, 130 years after the Civil War, the state of Mississippi has finally voted to abolish slavery. Representatives say they would have liked to have done it sooner, but they were delayed due to some awfully big cotton crops. They had some kind of big cotton thing. All right. In Colorado this week, Bob Dole warned that if Pat Buchanan is the Republican nominee, the party might lose both the presidency and control of Congress. In response, Buchanan warned that if anyone other than himself becomes president, blacks will retain the right to vote. Last night, the epic disaster film Twister opened to big box office and some controversy. The Reverend Jesse Jackson has called for a boycott of the movie, claiming that not enough black people in the film are killed by tornadoes. Meanwhile, Furman, who was expected to face disciplinary action by the LAPD, may get off lightly. Under the terms of a controversial plea bargain, the charges against him have been reduced to, quote, 1 count of using the word darky. In the wake of the verdict, angry Menendez defense attorney Leslie Abramson said the jury simply chose not to believe the brothers' excuse that they had been sexually abused by their father, and says she knows why. Quote, "It's because my clients are black." President Clinton was in Austin, Texas last Monday, the day of the Million Man March. The president said in a speech, "I'm here to speak to you today because right now in Washington, D.C., there's like 1 million black guys." In Nashua, New Hampshire this week, a high school student, Chris Conley, while attempting to dunk a basketball, lost his balance, crashed down on the rim, and shattered 2 front teeth. Gee, I wonder if by some crazy chance Chris is white. This week, as America marked the 50th anniversary of Jackie Robinson's entry into Major League Baseball, there was a sobering reminder that racial prejudice in sports is not yet a thing of the past. In a shocking move, today, all but one of the 125 playing members of the Professional Golf Association has signed a petition to ban African-American golfers from the tour. And now a correction to a story we ran last week. Prince Charles is actually the one in the middle. So we apologize for that.
Do you know the Harlem Shake?
Yeah, I've seen it on every single commercial.
You've seen it. Then you'll appreciate this joke. I remember back when the Harlem Shake was just a black fella holding me upside down off a fire escape trying to collect his money.
Can you find out what the quickest way is to the Santa Monica Freeway, please? And don't call me again.
Super Day.
I don't care about anything. You don't call me again. There's no last minute fill in. There's nothing. Okay? Thank God we're only reaching 50 people.
Wait,
That's all I can tell you.
The search continues in the Indian Ocean for the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 as they listen and try to follow the pings. These guys sound like me always listening for pings. The pings are my Chinese neighbors. Jim and Ellen Ping. Nice people, nice folks. Nice folks.
Jim Ping?
That is my neighbor. A nice fella.
Nice guy?
Let me his abacus
I want to
yesterday.
do this.
Jesus.
Oh, come on, that's not a Chinese guy.
I wasn't saying it was.
That was kind of
What are you,
racist.
Mickey Rooney?
Hey, come on.
I know he's dead,
Have
but
a little
Mickey Rooney
respect.
did a very racist thing like you just did in a movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's by the wonderful Truman Capote.
I wasn't doing anything racist, and you know it. But go ahead.
Yeah.
You ever see any of the old chums up there in Canada?
Well,
you ever go up to the old rural areas of Canada?
I met a man there last time I was there that lived in the city of Cornwall, where Ryan Gosling hails. And well, it's a big city because of that now.
Yeah.
And so
Big deal, yeah.
So anyways, he was from the city, and he got tired of the rat race, racing and chasing and trying to keep up with the Joneses.
He got tired of the city life.
Yeah, so
he couldn't take it anymore.
He said, I'm going to get myself land. Land. Man needs land. So he went to the country where we live. And the soil's not arable, it's rocky, hellish. But anyways, he liked it.
Yeah.
And so the first day there, the neighbor fella, Angus McGregor, comes over. I know Angus a long time. And Angus, old fella, he says, what's your name? The guy says, Phil Henshaw. He said, you're from the city, I hear. Yes. He says, well, I just came over to say hello. God, the city fella says, isn't that something? All the years I was in the city, I never met my neighbor. I lived in an apartment and I never met my neighbor. First day here on the farm, and here you are saying hello. Well, I'm saying more than hello, says Angus McGregor. I'm going to invite you to a welcome wagon party over at my farm. Well, the city fellow says, that's exactly what I was looking for. I guess I was looking for a sense of community as well as owning land.
Yeah.
So he says, what's the party going to be like? So Angus McGregor says, well, I won't lie to you. It gets pretty rowdy. A little drinking, a little fighting, a little fornicating. So the guy says, well, that's all right with me. What time do I show up? Angus says, it don't matter, just the two of us. Now...
Right.
Straight to the heart. I went a long time acting like I was a broken apart by you.
You live here, of course, in the city because you're doing the show.
I live in New York City.
Yeah. This isn't a police interrogation. Are you sure? Where about? Where in the city do you live, approximately, not specifically?
I live at 56 between 8th and Broadway.
Okay, and what's your phone number? Just give me 7 digits. All right. What? Your neighbors nice people? The people that live around you?
Great people. Every day I meet somebody new. You know, this city's great because of the neighborly people. You know. I don't know. But I did meet one neighbor. Interesting story. You know, that this guy. He just moved in, you know, next door to me. So I'm always one to meet the neighbors.
You like to chat with the neighbors,
yeah, because, you know, so I went over to the guy, I knocked on the door next door to where I live, and I say to the guy, I said, hey, I'm your new neighbor, you know, and I said, good to see you, you know, nice to run into you, you know, welcome to the neighborhood, you know. And so the guy, I said, what do you do for a living there, sir? You know, if you don't mind me asking. You know, what do you do for a living? I'm a nightclub comic, I tell the guy. So he says to me, he says, I work down at the University of Science there. He says, that's
a good school, by the way.
I can't remember the exact place.
Sure.
But he says, I'm a professor of logic.
Oh.
So he says, the guy says, logic. Now, what the hell is that? I never heard tell of that. He says, oh, well, he says it's a kind of a pattern of syllogistic. Well, he says it's hard to explain. He says, why don't I give you an example? So I said, fair enough. Why don't you do that? So the guy says, well, he says, let me ask you a question. He says, do you own a doghouse? So I go, yes, I do. He says, well, then that means you probably have a dog. I said, yes. He says, well, that means you're likely you have a family if you have a dog. I said, yes, I do. He said, well, then that means you got kids, you're married. I said, yes, I am. He says, well, then you're a heterosexual man. I said, yes, sir, I am. He says, well, you see, that's logic there. I asked if simply from finding out you had a doghouse, I made this series of inferences, and I found that you're a heterosexual man simply from the fact that you had a doghouse. Well, I said, good God, isn't that something?
Okay.
So I said, well, I won't waste any more of your time there, neighbor. And I said, I'll see you later.
See you around. Okay.
So I said, come by one day and have a chicken with me. So anyways, I left. So I go to get a bus, you know, to the bus stop. And I walk down to the bus stop, and I'm still thinking about this thing that happened to me, you know. And I'm standing at the bus, and no bus coming at all, you know, and 5 or 6 of us standing around, and one guy lights up a cigarette there, and he goes, as soon as you light up a cigarette, the bus comes. And he smokes the whole damn cigarette, no bus comes.
Right.
So I said to the guy, well, that theory really worked, huh?
Yeah.
And the guy goes, well, sometimes it works. Anyways, the guy goes, what's new with you? I go, well, I had an interesting thing happen to me today. I said, I met my neighbor. And he goes, oh, yeah? I go, he had a hell of an interesting job. I said, he's a professor of logic down at the University of
Science. Yeah.
And so the guy says, is that so? He says, professor of logic. He goes, what the hell is that, logic? I said, well, it's a series of Scylla something or other.
Right.
I said, I can't remember exactly, but I said, I'll give you an example if you want to hear an example.
Yeah.
So the guy goes, all right, fair enough. So I said, let me ask you this. I said, let me ask you a question. Do you own a doghouse? And the guy goes, no, I don't own a doghouse. So the guy says, oh, yeah, you're one of them gays.
And it worked, right? A lot of great stuff you can learn at
Yeah, it was
that
nice.
University of Science there.
And then the guy, and then get this. Get this.
There's more.
This gay guy
Yeah.
invites me to have a chicken at his place.
That's some kind of euphemism. Watch out.
It's like with comics, it's like you have to love doing what you do and actually do it.
You're so
You know what I
right.
mean? Like you can't just like
Like
be lazy. That skates by for when you're naturally funny, you can be lazy at first, but eventually you got to get your shit together and work. It's, you know.
A lot of people don't know that you're on the road like 300-something days a year. You're doing stand-up.
I was trying to, B.B. King told me he did 320 days a year. Big man, you know, with, you know, and he had to prick his fingers. Everybody used Lucille. So I said, I'm going to try beat B.B. King. If he can do it, I can do it. But I never got past 300 I did last year.
But it was kind of a lot. Wow. You're like the Jay-Z of stand-up.
These broken pieces I hold in my hands don't have a chance to mend at all. Before they get thrown into chaos again, I try to pretend I'm whole enough to stand in this world so unsteady.
That clock is set at 10 past 10, and that's because this guy drinks like a fish, and we want to remember, you know, remind him how to drive. To drive, you're supposed to put your hands at 10 and 2. Did you know that?
No. That's all very true.
You never heard that?
No.
You never heard tell of that?
Tell of that?
You never heard tell of that?
You know, nobody says that anymore. You never heard tell of that?
Because we have a thing here in the United States where you go and talk in front of the president. So you do a stand-up comedy, which is what I do.
To the president?
To the president and a bunch of press people.
When?
It's like a roast.
Yeah. You never heard of that? Never heard tell of
Go
that?
and do comedy at the president.
Yeah.
He sits down, you go and do some comedy.
Well, not right to him, not just one-on-one. There's a bunch of press people.
The White House correspondence.
It's called the White House correspondence.
And so the guy, I said, what do you do for a living there, sir? You know, if you don't mind me asking. You know, what do you do for a living? I'm a nightclub comic, I tell the guy. So he says to me, he says, I work down at the University of Science there. He says, that's
a good school, by the way.
I can't remember the exact place.
Sure.
But he says, I'm a professor of logic.
Oh.
So he says, the guy says, logic. Now, what the hell is that? I never heard tell of that.
Holy crow.
You say more things that nobody says anymore. Holy crow. I haven't heard that since '58.
Mick Jagger, I guess.
You met Mick Jagger. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. And
Holy crow, what happened there? What's the story behind? There's got to be some story there.
Well, it was you really want to hear?
Yeah.
Holy crow!
I mean, meeting Mick Jagger?
You met Mick Jagger. You met everybody.
I never met Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger.
On SNL, you met pretty much
I was in the years
everybody.
where they had bad hosts.
What? I hosted.
That's true.
If this were a memoir, if this were a memoir, I would tell about my wife. What a battle axe.
Battle axe?
I mean,
no one's called their wife a battle axe since 1945. They're saying John Hodgman might be the possible guy who could replace Craig Ferguson. What about him?
Well, you see, he's too smart. He's, nobody wants an egghead or a blue stocking. What they want is,
No one's talked that way in 80 years. What do you mean, no one wants an egghead or a blue stocking? They want a ham and egg man. They want a guy who gets his hands dirty.
That's right. They want a fella like you and me, a man of the people.
Okay, I'm gonna try this.
Do you like hot sauce?
Oh, I hate it. But you know, you gotta try new things in life.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you're right. Whoa! Son of a gun, that's hotter than a $2 pistol. Man alive.
Well, welcome to Phoenix. How long have you been in town?
I got in yesterday and I burned myself all over.
We said, what were you doing?
I know, it's hotter than a $2 pistol in this town.
So you're a little peeling a little bit on the nose?
Yeah.
So you don't come here often in the summer, is that what you're saying?
No.
Yeah, it's a good plan not to come in the summer.
And
it's nice every other
People leave
month.
in the summer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They scurry out.
Spent a lot of time in Southern California, San Diego.
Are you drunk? Because all you did was ride a cooler and you're sweating.
I am. Well, it's hot it's hotter than a $2
Well, he's
pistol
got like
in here.
12 layers on.
I thought it was going to be really cold.
Well, you're from Canada. This should be springtime for you.
No, I know I'm from Canada, but I'm still a human being. Like it's not like we evolved differently. I'm from the frozen north.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets colder than a. It gets colder than a.
Here it comes. Get your finger on the panic button.
No, it gets colder than a vampire's demeanor.
Okay, that's better. Wow. Surprisingly cerebral.
You said this is the coldest you've ever been. You're Canadian, so are you okay with this?
I've been colder than this. I've been colder than a vampire's.
Go on.
That's like
We're
an
waiting.
8 a.m. joke.
We can do it at 7:19. The stage is yours.
Larry, can I borrow $25,000?
Whoa! That's a lot of money, Norm. What's it for?
Well, I think you probably know.
Gee, I usually don't lend that much money, Norm.
Larry, they say they're going to kill me.
All right, Norm, but I want it back.
Okay, all right. Good. You're a good man, a scholar, and a gentleman. Thank you.
You're a good man. Let's do business.
That's mighty fine, Harry. Let me tell you something, Harry. It's a pleasure and an honor to do business with a scholar and a gentleman like yourself.
Yeah, I'll keep in touch.
Well, hello, little lady.
Hey, Sid, how are you?
Why, I couldn't be better. I just broke into the wholesale business.
Wow, congratulations.
Do you know that my movies will be seen in every hotel in the Eastern Seaboard?
Every hotel.
Well, perhaps I'm bragging. Every hotel that allows facial cum shots.
Porn business never sleeps.
Guys, I agree with you then. Oscar Pistorius is a scholar and a gentleman.
All right.
He's a murderer.
Alleged murder.
I play Geezer. It was me, actually. Geezer's just an old chunk of coal that, Thank you for having this old chunk of coal from the Ottawa Valley on your big city program.
We are so pleased to have you with us, Norm.
But my Merle Haggard was opening for him,
Okay.
And I'm just an old chunk of coal. And I like Merle.
Some of my strongest material comes from real life.
Real life?
Like, for instance, today I was driving in a car. You were kind enough to bring a car to bring this old chunk of coal here to the studio.
We send cars for our guests, yes.
Yeah, so I got in it, and I get material that way. So my driver.
What do you mean? How do you get material that way? You get in the car, and what happens?
My driver tells me a joke.
Scared now.
No, firstly, Conan, I'm thankful for the fine ladies who live across this country and leave pies on their windowsills. So an old chunk of coal like me might have a meal from time to time.
Okay.
I am going to return to my former sexual lifestyle.
Well, yeah, what's that?
It's trying to find a lady and convincing her to let me lie down on top of her.
That sounds so romantic, the way you describe it. I want to lie down on top of you and take a nap? What do you...
I'm just an old chunk of coal that likes the,
An old chunk of coal? Yeah. Likes S&M, apparently.
No, that's what I was just trying to... I'm getting back to just lying on top of a lady.
Okay, all right.
How do you feel about a woman? She's supposed to be my life partner. I look in the mirror the other day and I says to her, honey, I look in the mirror and all I see is a fat, ugly old man. And I need you to give me a compliment. She says, all right then. Your eyesight is damn near perfect. I said, you dirty dog.
Wait, you called her a dirty dog?
A dirty dog.
A dirty dog.
Call me to say goodnight. Kiss me once or twice. I'll never let go of you. Fold me into your arms. Stay with you.
The thing I wanted to talk about is his diction, his word choice. I've always he spoke like someone from the 1920s. He would talk about hobos, and he would say, as my wife, a battle axe. Yeah. He talked in this way that was from a different time. I'm just an old lump of coal, and you thought, where is this coming from? And it didn't feel contrived. It was, and I don't know if it coming from this province in Canada.
Yeah, I think it does. I think it does.
Because his, people can make up that kind of language and use it. This really came from him, and he would make these choices. Like, I remember at one scene he was talking about a dog, a Doberman. And he kept calling it a Doberman.
That's right.
And you were like, why is he calling a Doberman a Doberman? He was doing it on purpose. He would do little things that would catch your ear.
And it's almost like poetry in a way. The way he would deliver and write his sets.
Yeah, he had a real facility for the English language.
Unbelievable.
Really amazing construction.
It all felt very spontaneous, but as I spoke to Robert Smigel,
who was the original head writer on the Late Night Show.
But more importantly, Triumph the Insult comic dog.
Yeah. He refers to himself as Triumph the Insult. That's what it says on his... When he gets pulled over for speeding, it says on his driver's license, Insult comic dog, Triumph. Weight, 8 inches.
But he said... he saw him perform somewhere, and I don't know where. But he said Norm went on a run, and it was hilarious. And he went up to Norm and said, "That was amazing, that run you went on in the moment." And he said, "That wasn't in the moment. That was completely crafted. Every single word of it was written out."
I'll tell you something else too, which
he was a craftsman.
Yeah, he was a craftsman.
I noticed because I'm very bad with me being alone with my own thoughts at night. A lot of times if I'm just in a quiet room without the TV on, like I'll just think too much to go to sleep. And it could be anything. It could be like, oh, there's a kind of a program I want to maybe work on tomorrow on the computer. Or it could be, hey, I wonder when I'll die. And that, so I like having the TV on just for that. Are you good with your own thoughts, just laying there in the quiet?
I'm no good.
No?
I try to, because you try something to get off the whatever the fuck you'd use to quiet your mind, whether it's booze or whatever the fuck, pills, whatever it is. But I try meditation, try that, To me, it worked the opposite. Like I'm sitting in a room of people, they go, just close your eyes. They go, thoughts will happen. No fucking kidding. Racing hellish thoughts, you know? And then the guy's like, just let them go. I'm like, ah. And then you open your eyes, you look at some other fuckers right beside you. Yeah. And I tried it 3 times. I could never get to any place of quiet.
No, I need a lot of distractions, and I could still operate and work. Like I could make myself, go to sleep, or if I'm working on a computer or something, I'm good with the TV on or something like that. Yeah. But I need this constant little distraction, because if you're just left alone to your own devices, your thoughts will turn horrid.
I stumped a fucking psychiatrist once. I said to the guy, because I was fucking gambling all the time, shit, right? I had a gambling addiction. I'm over it now, but shit. But he said...
I bet you're not.
That's a good one. He almost lost everything.
Oh, shit. Yes, Chipperson is very funny.
But he said, the psychiatrist, he said, you're using gambling, you're fixating on gambling in order to escape your real thoughts, you know? Mm-hmm. And I said to him, isn't that why you do everything in life? And literally, I stumped him.
He had no answer.
He was like, and then he recovered and tried to make it. But isn't that why you do everything?
Yes.
So you're not sitting at home
just thinking
about
what was
what's really going to happen to us?
where it all ends?
As I was writing this book over the past year and a half, I began noticing that some of the events and themes described within, loved ones becoming ill, and how comedy gets us through our pain, which is kind of a theme of the book, were coming true yet again. How crazy that I was basically living out many of my tragic moments from the book once more as I was writing it. I find it ironic, yet also sweetly poignant, that life goes in cycles. As the book went to press, I lost my loving mother at the age of 89, a beloved wife, mother, grandmother, aunt, and friend. She touched countless lives through the generations and will always be remembered. This is for you, Mom. Dolly Saget, 1925 to 2014.
That's made up. She didn't die.
You can't just cry.
I don't want to. I did. I started to cry.
You were starting to cry,
yeah,
and then
my
you
mother.
went to a joke.
That's the story of how I lost
which is exactly
my
what
mother.
this book's all about.
It is.
You start to cry, and you go to a joke.
You do, because you don't want to let people into that. You have a lot of stuff that's happened in your life, and you don't want to. You and I have talked privately, and
I've had some things,
see what you do.
Don't bring up
But see,
Bob was the first comedian that I ever saw perform when I was a boy, live, and I loved him. But one thing that bonds us as comedians is we're bitter and jealous, and we hate everyone else that has any success. But Bob, honestly, has never had an unkind word for anybody, and I love him, and I hope everybody else does, so I just want to say that. Thank you. So anyways, I'd just like to say, I know that Mr. Letterman is not for the mawkish, and he has no truck for the sentimental, but if something is true, it is not sentimental, and I say in truth, I love you. Oh my God.
Paradise with your body, I don't wanna share. We're making dynamite, explosive love intentions building in the air.
How'd you get peace of mind out of the other shit?
Well, when I was this is a weird thing that happened to me when I was young.
Yeah.
I don't know if this means anything.
Let's try it.
I remember it, but it was a moment I had that was it wasn't religious or epinaphic or anything, but it transformed me to some degree. Is that I was fucking so afraid of everything, and if I went to a store, I'd have to walk around forever before I could even face a person in the store to buy a pack of gum. I don't know why the fuck I was like this.
Yeah.
But anyways, when I was 9, there was we lived in rural Ontario, and there was a blind friend of my dad's that I had to. He said, "Take him to the store." I was like, what the fuck? Like, I have to take this blind fucker? And I'm already shy and shit. So I'm taking him to the store, and then the fucker wants me to explain everything, describe everything.
to him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's some grass over here, and now there's a lamppost, and this guy's all happy. Oh, what about the lamppost? I mean, it's just a lamppost.
Yeah.
So it goes on and on, but something happened to me during, it sounds bizarre, but something happened to me where I was actually, instead of always looking inward, which I think I'd always done before that one time, I was looking outward. Anyways, while I was talking to him, I suddenly had a sort of a hysteria, like I was laughing. I started laughing and stuff. And I don't even know why I'm remembering this, but I started laughing about everything. And everything seemed like very, very funny to me. And then a couple of weeks later, I saw a homeless guy, and he was talking about, he started talking to me.
Yeah.
And he was talking to me about John D. Rockefeller. He's like, I was at John D. Rockefeller's funeral.
Yeah.
And all this shit.
Yeah.
And I was laughing at him and shit. And then he started laughing. And I was like, it's all fucking crazy shit. Like, something came to me.
Yeah.
Where I started, and so now I find everything funny except like fucking real serious. Like, I have no fear of going on stage or anything, but death and shit.
Right.
And so, but the other thing but the problem with laughing is I will get, it will build to a hysteria sometimes that I have to crank a couple of benzos to prevent a panic attack.
Really?
Yeah, I can get
You
panic
can laugh
attacks.
yourself into an anxiety attack?
Absolutely, yeah. I start laughing and then it gets out of control, like hysterical. It's and I still have extreme sensitivity to things. Like I can not to life things, but to like literature or art or something like that. I have incredible sensitivity. I kind of have to stay away from it.
Like, what's an example? Like a painting or a...
Yeah, fucking paintings. Like, I don't know anything about art, nothing at all.
Really?
But I have had fucking experiences that have been so hard on me. Like, one time I was in New York and somebody dragged me to a fucking art museum, which I hate art.
Yeah.
And I was looking at this picture, this girl, and I was like falling in love with her. She was so fucking beautiful, this fucking girl in this fucking picture.
Yeah.
And then a guide was telling me the fucking thing was written, drawn in the 16th century. Obviously, this lady was dead, long dead.
Yeah.
And here I am fucking in love with her.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, fuck it. I was like so hard on me for so many days. So I try not to... It sounds crazy, right?
Not really.
But I can be very...
it sounds like that's a very good painting.
It was an incredible painting. But like, it would make me cry. I didn't cry at my dad's funeral, though. Like, real life stuff seems so prosaic to me that it never really touches me much.
So you have a sensitivity towards... Well, I mean, that's what art's supposed to do on some level.
I guess for people like me that can't access feelings or something, it gets me.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get that with I can get that with television commercials sometimes if I'm not protecting myself.
Oh, you mean like where they really could manipulate?
Well, yeah,
you?
Well, you jerk me around, but like I remember there was
I can be manipulated without and know I'm being manipulated.
Yeah. Like some movies, I'll just let it go.
Yeah, I know.
But like, if my girlfriend's afraid of something or needs some help, I'm like, I don't know what to. This is crazy. I mean, maybe you should call a friend. I can't.
Maybe it's because we live in fantasy lives or something.
I guess. I remember a kid when I was in grade school, we read Old Yeller. And the dog gets, then they got to put the dog down, right?
That's a motherfucker.
Yeah, and this kid, Jeff, was just like, sobbing uncontrollably as he read out loud. And they had to take him to the nurse because he couldn't pull it together.
Oh, my God.
So that's...
they call it Stendhal syndrome.
So is there a name for it?
There was this guy, Augustine Stendhal or something, some 16th century guy, but he had an art museum that was so beautiful. I don't know if it's anecdotal, but he was at an art museum where people would come in and have nervous breakdowns from the beauty of the art.
But that can go either way with you. It can be laughter or sadness.
Yeah, it's mostly laughter. The sadness doesn't throw me into anxiety. The laughter.
What's the feeling though? Like at a joke, or you're with friends or something, and you can't get it out of your head how funny it is, and then you get anxious because you can't stop laughing.
I guess it's that. Like, I laugh a lot. Like
that's fucking great as a comic.
Yeah,
I
tell you, I've never trusted people that don't laugh. Like, I've worked on shows and, shit sitcoms and stuff like that where the motherfucker doesn't laugh.
Yeah.
He's the head writer.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not laughing at nothing?
Yeah.
And I don't know.
It's all math to him.
Yeah, it's math. It's like haiku or some shit. And like but the best guys I've met are the guys that are able to laugh and fucking,
Tell you this, you're big on Twitter, which I love. I love Twitter. Do you like Twitter?
I like it. I have 2,450,000 followers. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I edict to them. I enjoy
More than
because-
Jesus. Hey.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I know you got into Twitter, but last night I got into a bit of a Twitter war
Yes.
with my followers. Followers, it ends up they all fucking hate your guts. But I maintain, I watched this Liberace movie.
Okay.
And he's making out, you know, it's, you know, who plays him? Michael Douglas.
Yes.
First of all, has pussy cancer in his throat. Is making out with Matt Damon. The Academy Awards were on, so I said, oh, fuck, I'll just watch the Academy Awards and I'll tweet all the time, all the way through the Academy Awards. And it was so fucking fun.
You liked it?
Oh, my God. It was like
Were you vicious to the people up there? Did you find the Academy Awards boring?
They were the worst fucking Academy Awards ever.
Ever, right?
Yeah.
And did you write that? Were you honest with the people?
A couple of times, I had a couple of ones that were maybe mean. Like I said, I think I said, by the time this is starting to drag, by the time the dead guy montage fucking shows up, Kirk Douglas will be in it.
What was the line you had about Gaddafi?
Gaddafi was the poisonous tyrant Muammar Gaddafi, the psychopath, is missing. Geez, I hope he's all right. Sometimes people get mad at me for a tweet. It's bizarre. And sometimes it's like a real, benign one, you know. That's when they're usually the most mad. And I remember one time, I just had watched Soylent Green, you know.
Yeah.
So I tweeted, I didn't know Soylent Green was people. I've watched that movie 10 times. And a guy just told me Soylent Green was people, you know. And people got so mad, everybody's typing, they're like, what are you, an idiot? Of course it's Soylent Green is people, you know.
Here's another tweet. You said, I'm going to die one day. That's what really kills me. And
that's a good tweet.
That was one of yours.
I like that one.
I don't know what it is with that voice of yours. When I read your tweets, everybody that I talk to also reads them in Norm's voice.
Yeah.
And it makes it that much funnier. Everybody started, during the Oscars, we all start tweeting our shit during the Oscars, past Oscars. And one of my buddies, Travis, actually retweeted and said, you got to follow Norm Macdonald. I'm like, I didn't even know you were on or shit, so I started following you. And they were hilarious. The funny thing, when are you going to thank the computer? Every fucking tweet. When are you going to thank the computer? Just shit like that is stuff that no one else was tweeting. It's out of your mind shit.
I just found out about that Twitter shit.
It's great, and you got so many followers really quickly, and didn't have to pull a Charlie Sheen with it. It was just funny shit, man.
But when you go to hit the send, you fuck for a second. You go wait, because it's just off the top of your head,
and it's right there, yeah. And
I don't do drugs or alcohol, thankfully, because I'm sure guys could really fuck up and say bad things.
They have.
Norm's tweets, some of them are not supposed to be funny. They're profound, poetic.
I deleted a lot of those. Because I'd read my responses. They go, you fucking asshole, you're funny. I'm like, I don't know.
That's just it. You can't stop being if you're funny and then you got a serious comment. I would tweet some ridiculous shit, but then I'd go Obama gave a speech. Let me give a little feedback on what I believe of Obama. You racist, fucking conservative, fucking rich motherfucker.
Some people too, fucking think it's serious. I tweeted one that I said my something, I don't know. I said my father was brutally murdered last week, and it's only now I can look back and laugh. And then these people would fucking answer. They go I'm so sorry. Closure takes a while. So I had to go, no, it was a joke.
How does anyone read that and not, especially from you, and not think it's a goddamn joke? People are so stupid. That's something this whole thing has opened up, where you're kind of communicating with people you never would talk to or meet, that don't understand what a sense of humor even is. So the responses you get sometimes hey, I was like, hey, God, it's spring, but I'm looking outside and there's still a little snow on my back table. At least you're alive, motherfucker.
You know,
that was from a dead guy?
I'm getting tweets from the dead. I guess he had a loved one pass on. Perhaps a father that was brutally murdered a week ago.
I guess to sum it up, everybody's a critic, huh, guys?
Your special should have been called The Voice of Reason.
This is the Twitter award for Best Hall of Famer. Going real well. At Albert Brooks. I installed the stripper pole outside my house. Haven't caught one yet. Steve Martin to go. OMG, President Lincoln has been shot. Wait, whoa, my internet connection is so low. At Alec Baldwin, how many friggin' times am I gonna say it? 27, she's 27, jeez. That's your girlfriend? At Ali Yankovic, breaking news, Netflix splits off into a third company called Vernster, where you can rent nothing but Ernest P. Worrell movies for $5 a month. And at Norm-Macdonald, rest in peace, Amy Winehouse. We lost a true heroin addict today.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Norm. I couldn't be with you tonight because I'm on location in Spain, where I'm tweeting. In Madrid, Spain. If that's a city that's in Spain, then that's where I am. And but I'd like to thank National Lampoon for the good people there. What did they do? They took a once great franchise and burned it asunder. So I'd like to thank them, and I'd like to thank everyone that helped me win this award. Except there aren't any, because it was just me and a computer. I would like to thank the computer. What else? Let me think. It's pretty cool, you know, how far technology has come. Like you people are probably saying right now, hey, look, Norm has hired an entire film crew in Spain, and now he has filmed himself at great expense and has sent the reels over to the United States, and now, but no, you could not be wronger. I am doing this on a telephone. What make you of that? I know, you're saying, hey, Norm, that cannot be right. A telephone is used for telephoning. People take a telephone and they telephone other people and they say, what time is it there? Where you are with your telephone, because it's not the same time here. But that is just the sort of Philistine pig ignorance I've come to expect of you animals. The fact is, welcome to the future. That's all I can say. Welcome to the future. And I myself love Twitter. I follow everybody, you know. I follow Shelby Firo, who, you know, who has her amusing, is angst a word? I've heard that word before. And I direct messaged her once. That's a true story. And she direct messaged me back. And it was either her or Chris Hansen. Who knows nowadays? But you can find anybody on Twitter. And I enjoy Eddie Pepitone and his tweets, which look to me to be the longest suicide note in history.
But thank you for the award. And God damn, I'm telegenic.
You know what you ought to do right now? Get up and dance like Ellen.
What?
All over the building, and we'll follow you with the camera. Wouldn't that be great? You could dance over women.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Have you ever done the Ellen show?
No, not yet.
It's the most shabbily run operation. You know who wouldn't do this? Ellen.
Oh.
Would not do it to me.
Take it back.
Oh, Ellen.
David often gets confused with Ellen. No, that's a true fact. I'm not making it up. Oh. This was before the goatee, before the mustache, and thank God Ellen shaved that off. But our top story tonight, this week, after months of speculation, sitcom star Ellen DeGeneres finally admitted that yes, she is gay. Inspired by her courage, today, diet guru Richard Simmons admitted that he is really, 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 really gay. And in entertainment news, Ellen DeGeneres and lover Anne Hesh have announced that they want to have a baby. However, their plan has hit a snag. They are both women. It is not possible to have a child. On Tom Snyder this week, actor Tony Danza said he thought the recent open display of affection by lesbian couple Ellen DeGeneres and Anne Hesh in front of President Clinton was extremely disrespectful. On hearing the comment, President Clinton responded, "Someone should tell Tony Danza to shut the hell up." Well, by now, most of you have seen or heard about last week's episode of Ellen, in which the main character, played by Ellen DeGeneres, announced that she is gay. Here to comment on Ellen, our very own Will Ferrell. Hi, Will.
Like everyone in the country, I saw the historic episode of Ellen, and of course, I loved it. I don't know what it is, but when a first-class comedian spoofs gay people, it always makes me laugh. Hey, let's face it, gays are funny. I loved Billy Crystal on Soap, and that Harvey Fierstein impression of a homosexual couldn't be more dead on. Heck, even I do a funny gay guy around the office. You know, Judy Garland, fresh cut flowers, interior decorating. It's all in good fun. Why not? I'm no homophobe. So, Ellen DeGeneres, I salute you. There's no controversy here. She's just a damn good comedian who's able to get good laughs pretending she's a lesbian. And if that's wrong, then that's my kind of wrong.
Well, Will, now, she's not exactly pretending.
How's that?
I mean, she wasn't on the cover of Time magazine for pretending she was gay. She really is gay.
Ellen DeGeneres is gay, the real Ellen DeGeneres.
Yes, she's a lesbian.
Oh, my God. I'm going to be sick. Oh, God! Why did you put that dirty, sickening image in my mind? Oh, no, here it comes again.
God, she's just a lesbian.
Oh, stop it! Please stop!
Normally I don't like Will Ferrell vomit, but this is actually really good. Let's just end. And then there's gay ladies too, lesbians, you know, that I think like for mainstream America, they're easier to accept, you know, because, you know, there's no like anal tearing and stuff. So basically, I don't know what they do. I guess they just like lick each other or something. I don't know. They can't fuck because they got no cock. So I don't know how they can't have sex, right? And all they can do is go buy a cock. They go to like stores. You know what, man? I hate that real cock, but I love that big fake plastic cock. It's too complicated for me to understand. I'm saying like things that are completely ill-informed. But I'm just trying to figure it out. Oh, God bless, though. God bless everyone.
Wait, are you gonna have Thanksgiving though? Thanksgiving's coming up.
Oh yeah, Thanksgiving. We're gonna have a lot of time. We're gonna go see my uncle. I saw my uncle the other day. Oh, my uncle, he's having troubles. Conan.
Why is he having trouble?
You know my uncle Basil?
I don't know him.
No, but I've talked to him before.
Yeah, you've mentioned him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's having troubles. His memory's not too good. You know, and it's not. Thank God, it's not Alzheimer's or anything like that. But when a guy gets old, he starts forgetting. His memory starts, he doesn't, remember.
Right.
So I went to him, I went and talked to him, and I said to him, because I heard he got this new medicine for his memory at the doctor's.
Yeah.
So I said to him, I said, Uncle Basil, I said, how's that memory stuff working out, medicine? He says, it's going good. I said, what's it called, that medicine, memory medicine?
That memory medicine, yeah.
I said, what's it called? What's the name of it? He goes, oh, the name of it. What is it now? Again, I can't remember now. He says, what's the name of that flower you give to people? And I said, I don't know. What, a tulip? And he said, no, not a tulip. He said, it's, what is it now? It's a kind of a flower that people wear. I said, is it a carnation? I don't know, Uncle Basil. He says, no, what the hell is it called? It's red. I said, I don't know, a rose? He said, yes. He said, Rose, what's the name of that medicine that the doctor gave me?
You rapscallion. Now listen, we want to talk about your uncle, because every time you come on the show, you have a story about your uncle who lives up in Canada.
Oh, yeah, he's a Frenchman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you always have like a little story about him. Jean-Luc.
Oh, yeah, he's a crazy character, that dude. He originally visited New York City. Hello?
I'm just having a drink. I can listen to you and have a drink. It's not like I went like this. Hold it. Ooh. Ah, liquid. Huh? I'm still here. Let's see if I got this right. You've got an uncle, lives up in Canada, named Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc.
Occasionally he visits. Once time he visited New York.
So I'm living in New York, And Jean-Luc, I'm excited. Jean-Luc's going to come by, my crazy Frenchman uncle. So he gets in the cab, right?
When he gets to the airport.
Yeah, when he gets to the airport, the cab driver picks him up, and the cab driver says to him, hey, Frenchman, he says, do you like riddles, So my uncle Jean-Luc, he's like, yes, I love the riddles. That's how he talks. He goes, I like nothing better than a riddle. So the cabbie's like, all right, here's one, right? So he says, here's the riddle. His brothers and sisters, I have none, but this man's father is my father's son. So my uncle goes, I don't know. Right? So the cabbie goes, it's me. It's me.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
Oh, he thinks about it. Oh, my God, he says, that's a good riddle there. He says, I have to tell my wife, Mary Claire, when I get back to Gaspé. That's where he lives, Gaspé.
Right.
So he's like, take me back to the airport. And the cabbie's like, what? Right? The cabbie's like, I thought you wanted to go visit Norm then. No. I go back to the airport. All right, I have to tell Mary Claire. Seems odd, right?
Right.
Gets back on the plane, flies all the way back home there to Gaspé. And he gets back, right? Runs in the door. Mary Claire, where's vous? Where are you, Mary Claire? Come on down here. I have a riddle for you. She goes, oh, Jean-Luc, I love the riddle. She's a woman, high voice.
Michael Jackson was visiting. Yeah, all right.
So, you're going to love this riddle. How was New York? Forget about that. I got the riddle. Brothers and sisters, I have none. But this man's father is my father's son. She goes, I don't know. Who is it? Some cab driver back in New York.
to do that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Be honest, you didn't mean to
I
do
didn't
that.
at all. I just got to the end. That guy, man, I always tell my uncle, you shouldn't curse so much. You know?
Oh, man. All right. We're going to pick up the pieces.
Yeah.
So, you got a week off.
Yeah, I got a week off coming up. After this show, I got a week off, so it's going to be great.
Do you see your family much?
Every break, I like to go back and see my folks, you know, and also my uncles and aunts and all that, you know. They're great people. The old people, you know, what I find about the old people is...
Just in general.
In general, they had so much more interesting lives than we do, you know. Like, you know what I mean? Like we, you know, we go out, our generation, we go, okay, hey, let's go to a movie, and then we'll do the laundry and get some quarters for the laundry, and then we'll read the Sports Illustrated, you know, and whatever, right?
Right.
But these guys, they had lives, you know? Where they, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah. So anyways, for instance, my Uncle Phil. You ever meet my Uncle Phil?
I didn't meet your Uncle Phil, no.
Oh, you didn't? He was...
Yeah, we don't know each other that well. Remember?
That's true.
No,
So,
I've not met your Uncle Phil.
He's a good man, Uncle Phil. So he was telling me, you know, he's just one of these guys that has so many lives pushed into one. He just does so many things, you know? And he was telling me, he says, he's a kind of a jack of all trades, you'd call him.
Yeah. That's a good phrase.
Yeah, he's a jack of all trades. So he was telling me, he said, the problem is you're not really appreciated for any single thing because you're so good at so many things. You understand what I mean?
I hear you.
Yeah. So he said to me one time, he says, Norm, he says, we were just walking through his town, you know, of Monkland, Maine he lives in. And we were just walking through the town. He's an old fella, you know?
Right, one of the old people.
Yeah, he's 80.
Yeah, 80, okay.
80 years young, he says. So he goes, Norm, you see that barn over there, he says to me. I look over, there's a barn. I go, yeah. He goes, I built that barn with my own hands, all by myself. But he goes, do they call me, do they say, there's Phil, the barn builder? No, sir, he says. I said, yeah. He goes, look over there, you see that weather balloon? He says, you don't know this about me, Norm. He says, I was one of the first men ever to fly in a weather balloon.
Wow.
He says, but do they say, hey, there goes Phil, the weather balloon pioneer? No. He says, look over there's a bakery that I started. You know, that dirty bastard Bob has it now, but I'm the guy that started that bakery. And I go, all right, easy. And he goes, I started that bakery and I was the best baker, but does anybody go, oh, there goes Phil, the great baker? No, he says, but he says, let me tell you something, Norm. He says, you have sex with one goat. And... He says, people then, they say, there goes Bill, the dirty goat.
Get rid of that. We don't need that microphone anymore, do we? Wow, well, I do want to meet this man someday. He sounds fascinating.
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love.
Let me ask you quickly, we haven't talked to you in so long, I want to ask you about your family.
My great family. I love them all.
How's your, we used to talk in the old days, you and I used to spin some yarns about Uncle Hector. How's Uncle Hector?
Oh, Uncle Hector. Uncle Hector.
He's Polish too, I'm guessing.
No, he wasn't Polish.
Oh, okay.
No, he was from my cousin's side of the family. And he was a great man, my uncle, you know. Right. He was an old fella. He actually rode the rails during the Depression.
Oh.
You know, he was a hobo.
Hobo.
As you might call him. I don't like that term, but whatever.
Tramp or whatever, what have you.
Railroad bum. And, but he wasn't a bum. He was just out. He was a good, honest man during the Depression searching for work, you know. And, you know, he had no money, so he'd travel the country trying to find work, and he actually rode the rails, Uncle Hector. And he told me, it was an interesting story, he'd go through, this was in Canada, and there's a town called Kitchener in Canada, and the railroad cops were tough, boy. They were tougher than real cops, you know. They had a law of their own, the railroad cops.
I feel like I should be tucked into bed listening to you. Anyway, a law of their own, those railroad cops.
But there was not a railroad cop tougher than Kitchener Leslie. Oh boy, he was well known. He was well known for beating hobos to death.
Really? He
Yeah.
found a hobo on his train, he beat him to death.
Beat him to death. And so what the railroad bums would all do is, as Kitchener approached, of course, hey Norm, how you doing? So,
Wow, such focus on these stories.
that wasn't a mirror, that was another guy.
Okay,
named
oh, there's a
Norm.
guy named Norm.
Yeah. So the railroad bums would all hop off before they got to Kitchener,
Right.
to avoid being beaten to death by Kitchener Leslie.
Yeah.
Anyways, my Uncle Hector, a good man, you know, and he walked into a mine one day. This is a story for that I think the young people could learn from.
Yeah, don't go mine hopping, kids.
During the height of the Depression, where there was absolutely no work, my Uncle Hector walked into I won't say the name of the mining company. It was McIntyre Mine, and he walked in. He had his lunchbox with him and his work boots, and he said, "Sir," he said, "I want a job." And they said, "We have no jobs." He said, "Well, 500 people work here at McIntyre Mine." He goes, "I don't think there are 500 men here better than I." He says, "As a matter of fact, I don't think there are 200 men better than I." He says, I think you'd be strapped to find 100 men better than I." And by golly, he got the job. What do you think of that?
That's a great story.
Now,
I'm sensing there's more. Now back to Kitchener Leslie.
Yeah.
The most dreaded.
No. Uncle Hector.
What?
No. we
I'm
wanna talk about
sorry, I'm
Uncle
trying to help you out.
No, Uncle Hector.
Dad, where's this story going?
Uncle Hector worked in a mine, and it's a hellish job, the mine, as you well know. Darkness, you know.
It's dank. It's
dank.
Yeah.
It's coaly. It's a lot of.
What?
Well, you're in a coal mine.
It's not coaly. It's coal-ridden.
It's
coal-infested. It's not coaly.
It's coal-infested. So he worked in the mine, and by God, he worked hard. And after a week of working hard, he said to the shift manager, he said, "By golly, I'd like to have a lady. I work hard, and where would I find a lady here in town?" Well, they said to Uncle Hector, they says, we have sex with animals here. By God, says Uncle Hector, I'm not going to do that. I'm a normal fella. Well, then be to your own devices then. So,
Be to your own devices?
Yeah.
Wow.
Uncle Hector continued working in the mine. He worked hard, and he worked long, and he worked for a low wage. But he was a man. And Uncle Hector, after a couple of weeks passed, he started to get a little itch, you know, as you and I say.
Right.
You know?
Right. When we're thinking about the
ladies,
the ladies,
know?
yeah.
And but he kept it under control. He went again. He said, "Are you sure there's no ladies here?" "No, we have sex with animals." Ah, my God. 6 months passed, and Uncle Hector couldn't take it any longer. He told me.
Right.
He said, "By God, I just had to. I'm just a man. I'm weak, you know. I'm not a saint, you know. And I was born in sin, I suppose, and I couldn't resist. I just needed it." So he said he walked by a pasture, and there was a pig.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. And so Uncle Hector said, well, he said, I walked up and I began having sex with a pig. And he said, all of a sudden, he saw all the miners like around him, you know, looking at him. They go, "Uncle Hector, what the hell are you doing over there?" And Uncle Hector's like indignant. He's like, "What? Well, you're the guys that told me that you have sex with animals." They're like, "Uncle Hector, you damn fool. That's Kitchener Leslie's girlfriend." Of all the
animals to have sex with.
You don't want to have sex
not with Kitchener Leslie's pig. No, that's terrible.
Not Kitchener Leslie's pig. Kitchener Leslie's lady.
Oh, yeah.
Dad would always tell this joke, and it was about a little boy called Dirty Johnny. You know, and he'd be in class. You ever heard Dirty Johnny?
The Dirty Johnny jokes, yes.
Heard the whole series.
In this in this joke, he's not dirty. But anyways, the teacher has a thing. And the teacher says, today in class, we are going to have a little experiment. You're going to tell a story from your real life. And then afterwards, you're going to tell the moral of that story. You know? So Sheila puts up her hand, and the teacher says, Sheila, what's your story? So Sheila says, well, my dad works at the hatchery. And he took some eggs, and he put them all in a basket. All the eggs he put in one basket. And then he put them in the horse and buggy, and off we went to town. And the earth was uneven, and the eggs broke. And the teacher goes, well, that's an all right story, but I can't understand what the moral would be to that story. So Sheila says, well, the moral is, don't put all of your eggs into one basket. So the teacher says, well, by God, this is exactly what I'm looking for and what I was hoping for with this experiment.
Yeah.
And anybody else have one? So Marjorie puts up her hand. Okay, Marjorie, what's your story? Well, my father works for the hatchery. Most of us.
Most people in that town worked in the hatchery.
Worked at the hatchery.
Thank God for the hatchery, she says. Or where would we be? So she says, my father, he sells chickens. And he knows that eggs become chickens. See what I mean? So he had to count his chickens so he could go and sell them in town. So he had 9 chickens and 5 eggs. So instead of saying he had 9 chickens, he added the 5 eggs. You see, he counted them as chickens. So he said, I have 14 chickens. So he took them, Sheila says, and put them in the horse and buggy, and off they went to town, but the land was uneven. The chickens survived easily. They frolicked. The eggs broke. Well, the teacher says again, that's a story, you know. But what on earth could the moral of that story be? Well, Sheila says, if that's her name, I forgot. She says, don't count your chickens before they hatch out of the eggs.
Right.
Teacher says you could probably shorten it a little. So, but that's great. And that's exactly what we're looking for. And then she looks at the back of the class, and by God, there's the upraised hands, as you say, fucking dirty Johnny.
Fucking dirty Johnny. He's going to ruin the lesson.
So the teacher, inside of her head, her thoughts are moving around, and she's like, God, I don't want to hear dirty Johnny say it. This is going so well, but at the same time, I took a vow and I became a teacher that every student... All right, Johnny, let's hear your story. So dirty Johnny gets up and he says, this is a story about my Uncle Terry. He didn't work for the hatchery. He didn't even like people that did. He was in Vietnam. And he lives on the disability checks he got. Uncle Terry was not a popular man, not even among those he worked with. And I suppose we've all heard of people who've deserted from their battalion. But I don't know if you've ever heard of a battalion deserting a man. That's what they did with Uncle Terry. One day, Uncle Terry awoke in the middle of Da Nang, and everybody was gone. He was alone, and they'd left him 3 bottles of Jack Daniels and some weaponry. So, Uncle Terry got up, says Dirty Johnny, and he downed the bottle of Jack Daniels in 2 slugs, and he threw it down and smashed it into the jungle. And then he walked, picked up the 2 Kalashnikovs and 3 or 4 Glocks and a couple of hand grenades, and off he walked into the unknown, the jungle, his fate. Came upon a village, and from the village came people. Now, were they Charlie or were they the people that Terry was sent to protect from Charlie? Uncle Terry didn't know. But he knew he had to do something, so he took another swig from the bottle and he let loose. Took that Kalashnikov and he let it sway like a farmer would a scythe. And the bullets came, and you know, just as hay would fall before a farmer, so the people fell before Uncle Terry. The men, the women, and by God, even the children. And finally, Uncle Terry stood alone in the mud and the blood and the guts and only at himself. He took a long swig, and his hand brushed against his pants, and he felt wetness, and then he felt shame because he realized he had urinated himself in fear. And then, upon closer inspection, he realized it was not urine. It's ejaculate. And his shame was replaced by pride. And the teacher goes, holy fucking shit, what the fuck? Fucking kind of fucking story is that? Like, we just heard the hatchery and shit, and now this? She goes, Uncle Terry, well, Dirty Johnny, what on earth could be the moral to such a story? So Johnny thinks about it for a couple of minutes, and he goes, well, I don't know, I guess. Well, I know one thing. You don't fuck with Terry when he's had some drink in him. And he's uncorked the jug. You stay away from Uncle Terry. And he doesn't like anybody that works at the hatchery either. You remember that. You tell your parents that.
Wow.